dude.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you will.
Yeah, well, the dude abides.
The dude abides. I don't know about you, but I take comfort in that.
We are back from Labor Day, and you can take comfort in the fact that Quality Start is here to cover the world of fantasy baseball. We've got dudes that abided on Monday, so let's dive into who they are. Swinging a drive to deep left center field. This one is way back, and this ball is gone. That's a grand salami for Danny Jansen, highly touted prospect catcher for the Blue Jays. He's had an awful year, but that grand slam is worthy of giving him a special moment in the sun, because when you struggle like he has and then you cash in, it feels really good. He had gone 4 for his last 45 recently. That is not good, but this is great. Look how happy he is. Gene Segura had a big day. Look at him rip that one down the line, and that would be for extra bases. He drove in 5, had a home run that was the go-ahead home run in extra innings to cap off a 4-hit day. Gene Segura is an undervalued shortstop, and when he's healthy, he can give you steals, he can give you a pop, and he's in a lineup which has finally grown after last year's struggles. Miguel Rojas said, "Hold the phone, Gene Segura. I'm also going to have a 4-hit day." And that he did. He's been on a roll. In fact, when he plays, he seems to play well. Miguel Rojas has appeared in limited duty this season due to COVID-19, which ravaged the Marlins season early on. But in 56 at-bats, he's got 21 hits. That's good for a .375 average, a .470 OBP, and a 1.077 OPS. Sure, that's not a huge amount of a sample size, but hey, Miguel Rojas can go around town. He can walk around the locker room saying, "Hey, I'm a big deal." And right now, the stats say he is. Long term, though, I'm sure this will all flatten out, but we're not going to be able to see that because this is a Bizarro season, so Miguel Rojas gets to ride high on his goofy numbers. Congratulations, Miguel!
Right across the board. 11,
I see.
11,
and most of
11,
the
and then
amps go up to 10.
Exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Dinelson Lamet hit the magic number. He got 11. He goes to 11 for a second time this year. Not the first time he's done that. And it's also the second time he's had at least 10 strikeouts and 0 walks, matching only Shane Bieber as the 2 players to do that twice this season.
11. 11.
But that's not what I'm gonna do.
We're back, so that means we got to check in with who was left on the base paths. First, second, and third. You can't be left at home because that's a strikeout. Marcell Ozuna had 7 left on base Monday. That's not a great Labor Day for him. Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant are constantly on this list. If you've watched this show and you go back and look at older episodes, you will see their names frequently. Overall, the Cubs left 21 men on base Monday, and they are in the top 10 in the league in leaving the most players on base, averaging 14.83 players left on base per game.
And Hosmer trying to bunt, almost got it off the hand. And that may have gotten the hand. Hosmer in some pain.
Well, that pain turned out to be the real deal because Eric Hosmer, who was stupidly bunting for some reason, batting third in the lineup, in a lineup that is incredible and scores a lot of runs with Machado and Tatis and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's over. That finger's broken and Hosmer is out for the rest of the regular season, and it could affect the playoffs. But fantasy-wise, he's done in this exciting little season that he was having that a lot of us were getting jacked about with the increased launch angle, a little more power, stealing some bags, which he always did anyways, but it's all over. It's all done now. And the only good news in the real world for San Diego fans is that they traded for Mitch Moreland at the trade deadline. Jose Ramirez left Monday's game with discomfort in his thumb, which has been an issue for the last couple of weeks, according to Sandy Alomar and others on the Cleveland staff. We don't know if this is going to be a long-term issue, but since it's been nagging for a couple of weeks, it sounds like he's just fed up with the pain and he can't handle it anymore. Watch out, as the playoffs are coming in your head-to-head leagues, this could be something that impacts your situation if you own Ramirez. And bad news for Max Fried owners. Unfortunately, the worst fear has come true. He is going to the IL after his velocity had been dipping in recent starts. It turns out he has a left side muscle spasm in his lumbar spine, and he will be on the IL for 10 days. It seemed like the clock was ticking against Max Fried, with the velocity dipping and the stats looking like they were just too good to be true, and some of the peripherals were not matching up to it. So I didn't know it would be an injury, but I did have concerns that Fried had some regression coming. And now this adds to the injury list of rotational pitching problems for the Atlanta Braves in this weird 2020 season. We have 3 doubleheaders on the schedule for Tuesday, including Twins, Cardinals, Red Sox, Phillies, and Astros and Athletics. The A's are hosting, and Alex Bregman is going to be activated and make his return from the IL. That's according to manager Dusty Baker. So there's some good news on the injury front, especially for a team like the Astros, who are really in need of a victory after getting rolled by the Angels over the weekend. Mike Minor is making his second start for the Oakland A's. The first one did not go very well for Mr. Minor in his debut after being traded by the Rangers. The Padres tattooed him with some home runs, and that was pretty much it. Tatis and Machado made him look bad, and he was pulled after 1 inning pitched. So hopefully he can top that in his second outing against the Astros. With the return of Alex Bregman, that's bad news for Minor, but the Athletics know value as well as anybody, so hopefully this will turn out to be a solid deal for them with a good start on Tuesday for Minor. And one other thing to watch for on Tuesday is that man right there. With the home run to left field, Randy Arozarena has 4 home runs in his first 7 games since being called back up on August 30th. He's been mashing the ball, and though he's only started in a couple of the 7 games he's appeared in, he has 4 home runs to show for it. Plus, he can steal bags. So this guy is a power-speed combo, and he's one of the key pieces of the trade they made for Matthew Liberatore in the offseason. Smells like a DFS play to me. In 1996, Gary Sheffield hit a home run off the Expos, and it broke the record for the most home runs in a Major League season, passing the previous record set in 1987 with 4,457. Then Gary Sheffield, on this same day in 2008, hit 2 home runs in a game, and one of them was the 250,000th home run hit in the history of Major League Baseball. 2 wild home run records in the same day for Sheffield. On this date, September 8th, in 2007, Alex Rodriguez hit his 50 and 51st home run of the year. He joined Babe Ruth, Roger Maris, and Mickey Mantle to become only the 4th Yankee to hit 50 or more home runs in a single season. With all those steroid bombs going on, he was the first Yankee to join in on that fun. He also broke Mike Schmidt's third base record, which had also been tied by Adrian Beltre in 2004. And on this date again, in 1996, the same day Gary Sheffield hit his home run, the Mets backstop Todd Hundley went yard for his 40th home run, which joined Mickey Mantle as the only other switch hitters to hit 40 home runs in a season. He hit it off Joe Borowski of the Atlanta Braves. And the 27-year-old backstop's round tripper broke the club record for most home runs in a single year, which had previously been established by Darryl Strawberry. Todd Hundley was a fantasy force in the 90s for a time.